got into fencing when I was living in Atlanta, actually, and I was at a playground, and I was playing with swords. You know, every kid loves to play with swords. I loved knights. I loved, samurais and whatnot. And someone came up to my parents and told them that I should try out fencing. And they took me when I was 8 or 9, and I think probably 8. And they said I was too young. So when I went back, I marked it down on my calendar for when classes started, and I made my parents take me back when I was 9 because I wanted to do it so badly. And then just kind of from there, I fenced and got serious. And by the time I was 11, I was talking about going to the Olympic Games. I've always been inspired by my coach, Jed Dupree. He's a guy who's always pushed me and taught me a lot about the mental game of fencing, and I think that's a huge part of our sport. Athletes-wise, I've always looked up to I've been a big fan of guys like Muhammad Ali, Lance Armstrong. Read a couple books about each of them. Seen documentaries on them. I've always liked those guys a lot. Just the kind of determination it takes to be, consistent. I think consistency is a big part of any sport. So, guys who are that consistent is someone that I obviously really look up to. I hit a point where I wasn't doing as well as I wanted to. I knew that I could, I was training as hard as I possibly could, but I knew there was something missing, and I was never getting the results I wanted to. I was always losing in the first round, never really doing what I wanted to do, and that was extremely frustrating. And for me, I'm not a person who likes to kind of give up. It's just kind of I keep fighting. So but I didn't know what it took. I was training harder. I would do longer hours, but my results weren't getting any better. I switched to Jed when I hit that brick wall. I was with a different coach, and I switched to Jed, and then actually, pretty close after that, maybe a year into working with him, I started doing a lot of yoga and meditation, and it helped me with my mental state, and I was cadet national champion, I think, that next year. I think it would come down to a tie. I've thought about this a lot, actually. It would have to be a one-on-one sport. I'm not a big, I played in team sports, but I'm a solo guy. I get out there and always compete by myself. So I would definitely say either boxing or tennis. Met Andy Murray out here. I was really excited about that. It was awesome. Seeing Michael Phelps and Ryan Lochte walking around, and I think just actually being in, not even meeting them as much as just being and knowing that you're all doing the same thing here with them is kind of the jaw-dropping experience. Is that these are people that you look up to as an athlete, and then all of a sudden you're doing the same thing. You're competing at the same level as they are, and it's it's humbling almost, because it's you realize that they're this idol that you looked up to, but now you have to be kind of that idol for other people as well. And I think that that was the biggest part for me. Running into those guys and kind of realizing that that was kind of me taking the next step. Look outside the box with whatever you do. Don't the trick about training, and the thing that I see numerous champions do and successful people do, is that they don't just train in their sport. They reach outside the box. They do something different. For me, I have my yoga and meditation, and I do Feldenkrais. And if you can take what you love to do and reach outside the box, that's what makes you a game changer. Support I've gotten from the LifeKraze community has been awesome, and being a part of it has been really, really cool. If you're interested in fencing, get out there and try it. Obviously, that's the biggest thing you can do to help support the sport. I'll keep posting, and if you guys like it, then that's the best thing that can happen for me. And if you're sharing it and doing whatever, get out there and pick up a foil or any kind of fencing weapon, and the sport will grow.